The Honda Passport is returning to its roots. The original 1990s Passport was an Isuzu-based SUV with some serious off-road credentials, but the resurrected 2019 to 2020 for Passport was little more than a two-row version of the family-friendly Honda Pilot. That changes with the 2026 Honda Passport. Although the new 2026 Passport is still largely based on the Pilot's underpinnings, it breaks free of its big sibling with a heavy emphasis on off-road capability and new styling, with its sights set on the Toyota 4Runner, Ford Bronco, Jeep Wrangler, and Subaru Outback. Piloting a new course. We've already driven a prototype of the new 2026 Passport Trailsport extensively off-road through Moab, Utah. But what we didn't realize then was that the Passport and its off-road focused Trailsport trim are inextricably linked. Two of the three Passport trims are Trailsport models, and the base, road-focused Passport RTL has nearly all the equipment of the Trailsport save for all-terrain tires and skid plates. For 2026, the Passport moves to an upgraded version of Honda's light truck platform, which is shared with the Pilot, Ridgeline pickup, and Odyssey minivan. Like the recently updated Pilot, the Passport benefits from increased front lateral and rear torsional rigidity versus the previous generation model, and a longer wheelbase by 2.8 inches allows for better ride comfort and improved stability. The Passport's new suspension gets reworked in the process for better handling and ride quality, with all models benefiting from improved articulation and off-road ride comfort versus the previous Passport. Under the hood, the Passport gets the Pilot's updated 3.5-litre narrow-angle V6, good for 285 horsepower at 6,100 revolutions per minute and 260 pounds-ft of torque at 5,000 revolutions per minute. That's only 5 ponies more than the last Passport's 3.5-litre V6, though the simpler, cylinder deactivation-capable engine should net a minor fuel economy improvement versus the previous model. The new engine is paired with Honda's latest 10-speed automatic and torque vectoring all-wheel drive, both as standard. Off-road goodies. With Honda targeting the 4Runner, Wrangler, Bronco, and Outback with its new Passport, off-road capability is a must. The mid-grade 2026 Passport Trailsport and loaded Trailsport Elite both come standard with 18-inch wheels with sunken valve stems, and all-terrain tires. Base RTL models get all seasons on 18s. Steel skid plates protecting the all-pan, transmission, and fuel tank. 2 front and a single rear recovery points, the latter incorporated into its tow hitches, safety chain loops rated for twice the Passport's GVWR, and an assortment of electronic aids, such as trail cameras and trail, snow, and sand off-road drive modes. Additional peace of mind, such as steel rock sliders or a full-size spare space saver that stashes under the cargo floor is standard, are available as dealer accessories. The sliders seen on the green model in our gallery appear to protect the rock as well, but they leave the undersides of the doors exposed to trail damage, likely a concession made to ease ingress and egress. The full-size spare cleverly stashes on the cargo area wall like an old Jeep Cherokee's, held in place by a Q-folder-equipped wedge and a webbing of seatbelts. Other options include a platform for a rooftop tent and a hard plastic cargo shelf that doubles as a camp table. Although aiming for some serious off-roaders with the Passport, Honda says its new SUV has just 8.3 inches of ground clearance, up from 8.1, matching the base Bronco and lagging behind the respective 8.7, 9.2, and 9.7 inches of clearance of the base Outback, 4Runner, and Wrangler. Honda says the new Passport sports a modest approach angle of 23.0 degrees, a small improvement on the previous gen Passport Trailsport's 21.1 degree figure. Honda was unable to provide departure or breakover angles for the new Passport, but given the wheelbase stretch and modest lift, we'd be surprised to see a breakover angle better than the mid-teens and a departure angle higher than the mid-20s. You'll probably want those rock sliders if you plan on venturing far off the beaten path in your Passport. Elemental styling. Most of those upgrades will initially go unnoticed by customers in the wake of the Passport's dramatic new styling. The new Passport sheds the family-friendly mall-crawler sheet metal of the outgoing model in favor of a trucky design that won't be out of place on a trail. All three Passport trims sport styling reminiscent of the 90s original, with a long, SUV-like dash-to-axle ratio, flared fender arches, and short overhangs. Honda says the new Passport's design follows a bold backpack design theme that aims to bring focus to the rear cargo area, which has a Honda Element-like black matte finish. This is designed to allow owners to lean adventure equipment such as skis or fishing poles against the SUV without scratching any paint. Visually, the Passport TL and the Passport Trail Sport and Trail Sport Elite will be distinguished by their grille and trim treatments. The Passport TL gets a black grille, matte black trim, and a silver skid garnish on its nose and tail. The two Trail Sports get gloss black and metallic silver trim, unique amber DRLs, LED fog lights, orange recovery points. A standard rear trailer hitch with a 7-pin connector. All Passports can drag 5,000 pounds, skid plates, and unique wheels with general all-terrains. Inside, the roomier new Passport shares its basic interior design and layout with the current Pilot, differing primarily in its interior color palette, materials, and unique off-road readouts for Trail Sports on the standard 10.2-inch digital instrument cluster and 12.3-inch Google-backed infotainment display. All Passports will come standard with what Honda calls body-stabilizing heated power front seats, loads of interior storage, water bottle-friendly Q folders, a power tailgate, and fold-flat rear seats with underfloor cargo storage. As is typical with Hondas, each new Passport trim is fairly mono-spec. The mid-grade Passport Trail Sport replaces the base Passport TLS standard leather with an easy-to-clean faux leather and cloth with orange stitching. It also adds all-season floor mats, power folding mirrors, a heated windshield, and a panoramic sunroof. The loaded Trail Sport Elite adds perforated leather seats with orange piping and cooling capability, a heated steering wheel, rear HVAC controls, ambient lighting, and a 12-speaker Bose sound system. When does the 2026 Honda Passport go on sale? You won't have too long to wait for the throwback new 2026 Passport. Honda says the Alabama-built SUV should hit dealers early next year. The company says it'll have specifics on pricing closer to the Passports to be determined on sale date, but expect a modest price increase from the current Passport's $43,795 opening ask to about $45,000. Based on the current Passport and Pilot's pricing strategy, we expect the Trail Sport to start at about $48,000 and the Passport Trail Sport Elite to go for around $51,000. As for how capable the new Passport is against rivals from Ford, Jeep, Subaru, and Toyota off-road, we're as eager as you are to find out.